she would tell me about the future. Wonderful things that only she could see. I'd tell her about the past.
I used to get my daughter high so she would tell me prophetic dreams.
Mark would butterfly.
Why did you bring me here?
Because this is where it all began. Your father made it. He tested it on your mother. He tested it on you too. Breathe it in and I can make you do anything. It's how he brainwashed us and made us his slaves.
Bye, Noodle Boy. Safe travels.
A little housewarming present. Perfume.
Told you that perfume wasn't trustworthy.
I like the rabbits best. They're my favorite.
Your father had the oleander planted in your mother's family. They were her favorite.
Oh yeah, they were her favorite. Sure.
Or did I want to bury her stuck in my own fucking prison?
Yeah.
Creepo.
Strange dreams. Big petals falling all around me.
Who knew that brainwashing involved helping someone pick a
I think you need
persona?
to look ballad. We're making perfume.
So,
The perfume makes their nose bleed, I think.
yeah.
And since she was the one making it, being like, oh, it's just
What do
fun.
you think he burned in that lamp, Erica? What do you think it did to you? I'm dying.
How much longer?
It doesn't matter. I know I'm a monster. I deserve to die. Your mother had that mark. It's why your father wanted her. It's why they want you too. A girl to stare into the flames and see the future.
I
believe
believe
her.
it. Yeah. I believe you.
About the priestess and the fire.
How do you think? He was one of them. See for yourself.
FLEISCHER says repeated exposure burns out their brains, I'm guessing. Huh.
Your father convinced Lucian that by adding science to ritual they could see into the future and control it. Your mother was the missing piece.
Even if it's not true, they still did it, you
Your
know?
mother's alive,
Even if the magic isn't real.
Mm-hmm.
but she's fading. Without her, they're blind. They won't see us coming. We can end this. We can set her free.
Yeah, okay, let's go. I'm ready.
So do you remember the scene from 300 where they have the oracle, they put the stuff and it smokes up and she kind of like does that like extremely sexual awesome dance?
Cut the wire.
But
Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, so that's mainly where I'm familiar with it from, but when people pointed that out in the chat that they're doing the oracle thing, it's kind of interesting because it's like the same type of like, oh, we like, and I mean, I think there's lots of like oracle stories where it's like, oh, like we burn this stuff and we inhale it and like it really just makes you like hallucinate, but they're like, it's seeing the future.
I liked how that movie was really mystical, but also anti-mysticism, because he was like, you're just high, and you're a girl that was kidnapped by these gross old men who are corrupt.
Ugh.
Anyway, goodbye.
Yeah.
Sucks. And his wife is like, were you attracted to that girl? No. I'm gonna pound you until you realize that I'm attracted to adults. Goodbye. Anyway, I'm gonna go die.
Oh.
They won't suspect a thing.
Keep it. You may need to use it.
Yes.
In there.
I think prophetic dreams exist in that your brain is constantly making
Searching
calculations.
for patterns.
Yeah, it's constantly making calculations, and sometimes it's right.
Companion.
Like your brain absorbs a lot more information than you think. It's just not on a conscious level. And when you dream, your brain's trying to figure out what's going on. And
I forget what the word is for it, but it's like the phenomenon where
It must have sealed.
our minds search for patterns, even where there might not necessarily be any.
Follow me.
so it was a magic we didn't understand, and now we do understand. So yeah, you can have prophetic dreams. It's because you're really smart.
Yeah, they mentioned
We can't let him live. He'll raise the alarm.
Yeah, okay, you know what? Why not? He's a traitor. We kill him.
Oh my goodness.
We just watched him, like, do creepy shit. Yeah, let's do it. I don't care.
Wow.
He's one of them, Erica. You didn't have a choice.
I mean, we did literally have one, so.
Let's go.
I think part of prophetic dreams and, like, you know, when people do rituals, it helps people believe themselves and believe their intuition. And I think that's helpful. Because I think... Alright, what are we doing? I'm just gonna do this.
They'll see us.
Okay.
We need to kill the lights.
We're gonna like murder a bunch of people and then we're gonna find out that she lied about everything.
I am fully aware of that possibility.
Okay.
I'm just in a killing mood.
Take me to the hidden door. We don't have much time.
If murder's not solving your problems, you're not using enough of it.
Have you tried killing more?
Maybe you just didn't kill the right people.
You can make up for it by killing the right people this time. Oops, still the wrong people.
Oh, jeez. We're going hard.
Yeah, why not?
Is this going to be... Oh. Some people are also pointing out that it's a possibility that she's just hallucinating all of this.
It is very possible.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
I'm gonna struggle. I don't know.
Eric, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just.
Oh. Oh no. Yeah, they're all like, I guess if we'd stabbed him, he just, whoops.
Are you okay?
Oh God.
You can't take any chances. You have to save your mother. You have to do whatever it takes.
Is this gonna be a lesson on like, oh, people
Oh my
with mental
God.
illness, blah?
Promise me.
What if we end up killing our mother and it's like part of I don't know,
Use it.
us like letting, a representation of us letting go of the past or something?
Yes.
Thank you.
What happened? What's going
Everything's
on?
fine. Don't worry about it.
All the lights went
Don't
off.
worry, it's fine.
I killed them all. We're free. I'll be the leader of the mommy cult now.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oops. Oh, so that comes back to bite us. It's fine. Don't. Just God, you're so dramatic. He's just dead. Get out of here.
You need to get out of here. Get as far away as you can.
There's no one left. I don't have anyone.
Avoid the police.
I don't have anywhere else to go.
You can't trust the police. Go to the city, find a hospital, just tell the doctors about your daddy. Find out what to do.
Well, I don't know, but
What are you gonna do?
I'm taking matters into my own hands.
well, I'm gonna kill everyone. So, who? Wait, Green. Oh, help Green.
There's someone in the corridor. She's injured. Help her.
All right, but for sure, this like physical shit is here. So I don't think it's a delusion. We like straight up went into a weird cellar.
I don't know. I
Like if this was all a hallucination, I'm gonna be on Team Stacy, where I go, what the fuck was the point of that?
yeah. You know that's like normally my thing where I'm just kind of like, wow.
No, I love
Yeah.
dream shit, but if this is all a dream, okay, what? You can have 10% of your game or story is a dream, max.
Erica, you can't be in here.
Explain. No,
Don't
leave her.
It's her treatment.
Leave her alone.
They're looking for you. They found a body in the garden. I think you might be unwell.
Wake her up.
That's too dangerous. It's her treatment. You can't just pull her out. It takes time.
Think of something.
Once before the tube's out, she's going to start to fit. But I give her some epinephrine.
Once I pull this trigger, there's gonna be a bullet in you, so you choose.
I'll have to put it straight in her heart.
What?
Toby.
Run, Kirsty.
I know I shouldn't be here. I just couldn't leave Toby.
What a sweet little
You have to
girl.
wake her up. You have to take the tubes out.
Oh, wasn't that
I
deep?
thought it was gonna be like the full.
Yeah, yeah. Where it has to come up from their throat.
Do something.
Epinephrine.
Yeah.
That's what she said, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I don't want to fuck this up.
Oh
Hold on.
no.
This is some Pulp Fiction shit.
Yeah.
Toby!
She'll die from the poison we put in her. Can you move?
It isn't safe. Can you move?
Oh my god.
Get her out. I don't have time
Yeah.
to ask about Green right now.
Get her out of here.
I don't know, it's that you don't need to move the gown, but it helps you kind of aim better when you can see exactly where you're going.
You're worst of all, creepy doll man.
Erica?
What's in the room? And why is there a weird key to get in?
Yeah.
If there's nothing bad in the
What's
room,
happened?
why is it in the basement?
It's me. Please. Put the gun
Yeah, I
down.
don't trust you.
Whatever's happened, whatever's the matter, we can work it out. I
I don't
promise.
know if that's true.
This guy reminds me of Tom Hardy.
Just talk to me.
Conspiracy.
What's happening here? What are you hiding?
This is a hospital.
This-
Nothing more.
Yeah, with a,
What is this?
with an
What is-
imaginary room in the basement with secret keys.
This is not making any sense.
Sir, this is not Resident Evil. Like,
You need to calm down. You're scaring me.
Sir,
just kneecap
I
him.
think you might be sick.
Where's the girls, huh?
I think you need help.
You're not helping them. You're making them sick. You're killing them.
This is a hospital. We help people. We keep them safe. We make them better.
They're all dead.
You're dangerous. More dangerous than you know.
I saw it with my own eyes. I saw what you did to Hannah.
Hannah was extremely sick. You saw yourself. The bleeding, the fits.
From what? What was it from, sir?
There were complications. There was nothing we could do.
No, he's just like convincing me more that he's guilty.
My God, what have you done?
My mother is alive.
You have to stop this fantasy. You have to let it go. If you hold on to it, you will lose yourself forever.
Okay, but why is everyone dying and have blood all over them?
because we're delusional.
Please. Trust me.
Is the doubt that they're trying to put into your mind right now?
What do you think, Stacy?
The gun.
Shoot him in the
Uh-oh.
face or put the gun down?
Oh no!
Mia Green is dead, Erica. It's in your head.
Ah, we're already
It's a-
committed.
They're saying shoot it.
Yeah, I'm already committed to like whatever. I'm not gonna go halfway. I don't know. I felt like I was being gaslit. Look,
Yep.
yeah, I felt like I was being gaslit. So, yeah, if you ever try that, I'm gonna kill you. So,
I can't wait for them to reveal that actually we were delusional this whole time.
I would be fucking pissed because that's like, oh,
Oh.
all right.
Let's go
If there's
into
a
the
secret
room.
key with red gems on it, you're guilty. I don't care what else is going on. You're guilty.
Let's go. Oh my god.
These are not the locks and keys of an innocent party, says Bisected Brioche. Exactly. If you have nothing to hide, why do you have a key made out of bloodstones?
Oh, so...
Now she's gonna be stuck in her mother's place, they said. Says William R.
It's an awfully big lamp to be... Oh.
Burn Delphi. Fuck this place. I don't need to know shit. Sorry, I didn't ask first.
No, that's fine.
I was just instinctually burn it. Yes, and like it gets rid of all the flowers and shit. Like good.
Man, we're gonna get so high off of all this. Like,
That's fine. At this point, everything's so fucked. It's like, who cares?
keep it.
Okay, yeah. This is to remember the time I burned down the hospital. Yay!
Yay! It's our friends.
Ha!
Her enemies burn. Her mother rests in peace. Lost in smoke, her mentor disappears. Erica slips into the night.
Yay!
Cool.
I like
Best
that
ending.
I like that it wasn't, and actually you were just crazy, gaslighting the game, and you're like, fuck off.
I feel like I wouldn't, since... Oh, thank you for subscribing, Oliver May 7.
Thank you very much.
So I do think, because there are multiple endings, I wouldn't mind if one of them was like, you know, it all turns out to be a delusion or something.
But then it kind of makes it canon that it's a delusion and you just never know. I don't care. I like our ending. I'm not going to be mad.
How does it make it canon that it's a delusion?
Because it's all taking place in the same world. So if you make different choices and they tell you it's a delusion, you find out. Because we never gave anyone the chance to, like, explain to us that it wasn't a delusion. You know what I mean?
Right, but like if a game has multiple endings, that makes all of them separately canon.
But if it was a delusion, it doesn't change that it was a delusion because we saw different things and made different choices. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying like it's just a different playthrough. Like the whole thing is just, they don't have to all be real. Like, what?
I guess I'm seeing it differently.
I guess you're just interpreting it as like, if one of the playthroughs is a delusion, none of it can be real.
Yeah, because...
But it's all imaginary anyway, so why does it matter?
Well, because if it's a delusion, then that's something that happens
like alternate universe.
An alternate universe. But I guess it just depends on how you see it, because I see it differently.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm covering the names. Sorry. I really liked it, and I also liked I liked the way the scenes were shot. I liked the lighting. I think they expressed the mood of it really well, and I think even if they had a limited budget, it looked really clean and sleek. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. I really, really enjoyed the way in which you interact with the game and the environment. It made me feel very involved in what was happening. What did you all think?
I understand what you're saying, that like then they all have to kind of be options. I guess I'm viewing it as like they're literally like entirely different, like separate options, that they don't all have to be. It's like when they're somebody was mentioning like games that randomize the killer, how it can just be a matter of yeah.
Everyone says I had fun. Good game. I had fun too. I think this game's $10. I can't remember quite, but I'm pretty sure there's different endings. Thank you for the bits, Blue Shirt 616. Off topic, but have you seen the PS5 trailers?
Game music is kind of loud.
Oops. I saw the one with the cute little little monsters, where it kind of looks like Cameo, the elemental thing from an Xbox 360 launch game, where it's kind of like Pikmin, but they're little purple dudes.
Oh, Pikmin, but with Ewoks.
Yeah, Ewok Pikmin. I saw that one. I liked it. I haven't really caught up on all the PS5 releases because I just have anxiety about it being like $760 like it's rumored, so I just kind of just been avoiding it. I am excited about the next generation. I just hope it's not as expensive as it is rumored, because that's too much. That's too much for a console. You can buy a computer. You can build your own computer that would be more powerful than that for that price.
Returnal looked cool. That was kind of like that time loop game. Project Althea looked neat because that was like female protagonist.
This game was called Erica. You can get it on the PlayStation 4. Are you going to stream The Last of Us 2? Yes. People, I want to explain that the reason why we stream a lot more is because YouTube is not helpful in terms of monetizing things. So Twitch helps us make it, I don't want to say worth our time, but like it actually makes it so we can buy the games and all that stuff. We can make up for the costs of everything. So, this is how, unless we're playing a game that's really serious. I guess this game was serious, but we didn't know it was going to be. Like games like Life is Strange, we wouldn't stream. Or games that like we feel an emotional connection to and want to have a private interaction with, we won't stream. But The Last of Us 2, I think we're going to stream.
Yeah, YouTube, there's just been like a whole lot of changes about how content gets monetized. And so we make more money on Twitch.
And also Twitch doesn't suppress LGBT plus and like black creators and like other people of color creators for saying, hey, there's an issue. Because you can say it and still have your platform. On YouTube, they say they don't do this, but they do. They demonetize anything that talks about any of that kind of stuff, any sort of like rights issues and stuff, and then they make it harder for you to find. So and we don't really have a choice. There's no other platforms. So
I was talking to somebody about this, like who's like an indie developer, and it's the same thing when people are like, oh, like pull your games from Steam, and they were like, I can't do that if Steam is like a huge part of like my revenue, and it's the biggest platform where people buy PC games. Like it's economically, it doesn't make sense for me to pull them from Steam. And I was like, oh, that's very similar to how we feel about YouTube when people are like, oh, well, if YouTube like suppresses like gay content, then why don't you just move to like, and they'll name off these other platforms that I'm like, I've never heard of that. And like,
we have no ability to reach anybody in any other way. So, at least Twitch, like, doesn't suppress the masses. I mean, it has all of its own problems, but, Do you have a preference where we watch the VODs? You can do whatever you want. You got the 5K badge. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Then a few months later, the platform they mentioned will be closed.
Yeah. I have not watched the new trailer for Twin Mirror, but I am 1000% invested in playing it anyway because it just looks like cool.
Yeah.
If I see a game and I know that I'm gonna like it, like I can just tell that I will, I just don't look at anything. I don't look at trailers. I don't look at news about it. I'm just like, I already know I'm gonna get it. So, the end. Is Steam fucked in that way too? I don't know.
Steam, I was using Steam as a comparison because that's another example of like kind of like a company that has a bit of a monopoly on things. And so like say if you disagree with what Steam's practices and whatnot, you don't really have any other options but to just work with them anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, not obviously that's not the case for everybody, and you know, everybody gets to make their own decisions about, like, where they're going to draw the line, you know? It's just kind of, like, it's just kind of shitty when people are like, oh, like, but you should, like, take a stand, and it's like, but I need to make money.
I think we make more of a stand than most people, and I think it's unfair that people hold us to an even higher standard because we actually try, and no one holds anyone else to literally any standard. Logan Paul gets away with everything and doesn't do anything to change, and I don't know. That was like a slow offshoot, but like, no one holds PewDiePie to literally any standard at all. The man who is the reason why YouTube is totally messed up. And everyone's like, cool, PewDiePie. And you know what, you're allowed to enjoy whatever you want. But I'm also allowed to be mad about the fact that PewDiePie literally directly ruins so many people's lives on YouTube. And he gets to have a signed contract. And we try really hard to make people happy. And, like, everything we do is trash. So I don't, like, want to hear. I'm mad about PewDiePie now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Biomutant, that sounds cool. People who are trying always get held to higher standards. The dangers of listening and caring, says Patrick Weeks. Yeah. Wait, Patrick Weeks?
Wait.
What? The writer?
Like the Patrick Weeks?
Are you...
Wait.
Wait. He's just not gonna sing.
Which Patrick Weeks? Wait a second.
Are you... He's gone. He left. I am a writer. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make it weird.
Well, we're big fans,
Yeah.
so we love you.
Patrick Weeks, just checking in.
Whoa.
No, sorry, we didn't mean to like make a big deal out of it.
Sorry, we're big fans.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Had a little brain fart there.
Yeah.
Like, we were both like, wait a second.
Wait, hold on.
That name sounds familiar.
Sorry, that has to suck when you're just trying to vibe and you're like, hey guys, and everyone's like,
you know. I mean, yeah, there's another person who sometimes stops by our streams too that I'm always just kind of like, ha.
Wait, who?
That fantasy writer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate being perceived. But thank you for stopping by. I hope you thought we were cool.
Yeah.
You know?
This was fun. I feel like, even though, like, I feel like this story had a lot of, like, fantastical and supernatural elements to it.
Yeah.
For some reason, the way that they used the game mechanics, I don't know, it kept it feeling very real, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like, are you...
Yeah, no, sorry, I got overwhelmed for a moment. No, everything you're saying, valid.
Yeah.
I really felt invested in the story, and I feel like, I know I keep saying this, but I feel like developers undervalue the importance of doing the actions of your character, because even when you're doing little things or whatever, doing the movement that reflects what's going on screen just automatically, subconsciously ties me into the character in a way that movies and video games and comic books just cannot.
Well, how many times have we been playing a game and we're like yelling at the character to like close the door, turn off the lights, or like those little things that you would do if you were actually there, but like the game, because it's not important or like not critical, it doesn't have you do it.
These little things do make kind of rifts and a disconnect from a game character, I think. And I know that you can't, navigate all of those things when you're designing a level. But when they do add those little details, it is valuable. Like Detroit Become Human and stuff and other David Cage games. And I know he's a butthole. Don't worry. And I know that people find it very tedious to do it. But once they refine the system of doing these menial tasks in an easy way, it does... Like, Heavy Rain, you're like, oh, what do I do? But in later games, you do kind of realize, okay, yeah, there is an importance to, like...
Crying while you cut the orange.
Crying while you cut the orange. Picking up a book, looking at it, touching it, like, actively...
And, like, turning the pages.
And turning the pages, because you're like, okay, I'm doing that. I'm not watching it being done. I am doing it. And even though it seems really trivial, just those little actions... helps you feel more empathy for the character. And that's my opinion. So, and that's why it also is so hard for players to play a character that is defined, where a character has feelings that are hard for everyone to understand. That's why a lot of main characters are blank, and that's,
Blue Shirt says it's extra interaction which gets you more into the character's place.
Yeah, and I hope in the future people really do get that, because I still think to this day a lot of developers don't understand that. If they're trying to make a compelling story rather than a game that's just purely for fun.
Yeah.
So
it can be hard, I think, sometimes to figure out where to make those little adjustments versus like annoying a player by giving them like too many different stupid things to do. I'm thinking back to the body pat downs in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh yeah.
Which, yes, while they are very realistic, it's also kind of like, why?
And it's very easy for me to say, like, do this and do this wrong. I'm not a game developer. I don't know. But speaking of game development, Tess is almost done with Paranormal.
Oh.
Yeah, it's almost over. It's almost done. And Tess is non-binary, so they go by all pronouns. So they will be putting it on Steam. So I'm very excited about
It'll be on Steam?
Yeah, once it's done, it'll be on Steam. And I think that's really cool and fun.